Hello guys and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. Today we're gonna do the Tenpai pure deck. So we play 3 Pydra, 3 Chundra and 2 Phaedra, whatever. 3 Sangen Kaimen and of course 3 Sangen Summoning. I'm still debating of playing 2, whatever. The main line here is normal summon effect. You add to your hand Sangen Summoning, activate, effect, add to your hand Chundra and discard another card, special summon Chundra, battle. On the start of the damage step, Chundra effect, special summon Phaedra from the deck, and then you'll go quick effect with your red dragon into a dragon effect, summon back from the graveyard Pydra, and then go again for a level 10 dragon, and so on and so on. Phaedra when a monster battles, on the start of the damage step, revives a monster, either Chundra, Phaedra or itself from the graveyard. Chundra on the start of the damage step special summons either Phaedra or Pydra from the deck. That's it for our main engine. So hand traps. We play one of each. One Veiler, one Droll Lock, one Ghost Ogre, one Ash Blossom, one Ghost Sister. This is a good card. If you're going second, you want to activate so you'll deter your opponent from special summoning too many times. Of course, on Nibiru, one impermanence. And that's for our we also play one Magnamut. So this is just interruption. Magnamut, if your opponent relies on graveyard monsters, you can banish one of their monsters, that is of course Dark or Light, to special summon Magnamut on their turn and activate Magnamut's effect to add to your hand a dragon, and of course you'll go for Pydra, Chundra or Phaedra, depends on what else is in your hand. During your own turn, going second of course, Dark Hole to destroy all monsters on the field, Raigeki to do the same, Happy Feather Duster if you're going against a trap based deck mainly, Called by the Grave of course, Forbidden Droplet, very useful, and one Crossout Designator. This is also useful in your own turn because you play one of every hand trap. When your opponent, let's say, ashes you can activate Crossout. And one Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. In the off chance you go first and you draw this card, you are basically saved. One Terraforming to add to your hand one Sangen Summoning, or if you have Sangen Summoning, you can go for a way where there's a wheel, which going second, activate the field spell, and you get to excavate cards from the top of your deck up to the number of cards your opponent controls, and then add one to your hand and put the rest on the bottom of the deck plus one card from your hand. Also, if you excavate 9 or more cards this turn, your opponent during the end phase of this turn will shuffle all their cards into the deck from the field and graveyard. So we play three of these. One Pot of Desires. If you break Pot of Desires, most likely will get you out of it. Pot of Prosperity. We have many monsters that most of the times we won't need in our extra deck, so Pot of Prosperity is good as well. Ultimate Slayer, you can, is a amazing card. Look at the sparkles. Anyway, your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. Nice. Send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls with the same card type, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, Pendulum, or Link. Shuffle it into the deck. Excellent when you are going up against fusion-centered decks. The fusion monsters I find to be difficult to work around, so Ultimate Slayer is perfect in this situation. Terrible Tactics Talent. Discard a card from your opponent's hand. Also look at their hand. You also can take one monster they have, or draw 2 cards. Change of Heart to take a monster your opponent controls. And going into Gold Sarcophagus and Blaster, Dragon, Ruler of Infernos. Activate Gold Sarcophagus to banish from your deck the Blaster Dragon. Blaster Dragon, when it's banished, adds to your hand a Dragon monster, which is gonna be one of these 3. So for the extra deck, we play one Garura, which is a fusion monster. We cannot summon this, but we can use Ultimate Slayer to send Garura to the graveyard and shuffle a fusion monster our opponent controls back into the deck. Let's say Mirror Jade, for example, is a good case. And Garura's effect on in the graveyard to draw one card will get us out of a tough spot maybe. We play Maple Maiden in case our opponent has a Dragoon on the field and we cannot target it. Special summon Maple Maiden, which is a Synchro level 7. By the way, we only play Synchros level 7 or 10. So Maple Maiden, you target one monster adjacent. Let's say Dragoon is here and another monster is here. You target this monster and your opponent has to send the adjacent monster to the graveyard. Very good in case you cannot target a monster. We play Samurai Destroyer because when it attacks, your opponent's monster is negated. One Satellite Dragon, Warrior. Time Lord, Progenitor, Forb Gate. Nice. Of course, Quibble to destroy a card. Odice to negate our opponent's effects in the battle phase. Clear Wing, 2 negates. Black Rose, Moonlight Dragon, also a negate. Black Rose Dragon. On summon, you can destroy all cards on the field. Very nice. Rudy Rose Dragon. On Synchro Summon, banish all cards from the graveyards. And going into our Xyz, which is a rank 7, because most of our Synchro monsters are 7. In case you go second, do all your effects, summon your monsters, and you still haven't won, you can special summon Red Eyes and your opponent will be burned for 500 each card or effect they activate on their turn. Also a pretty good deterrent. Also, in combination with Ultimate Slayer, we can shuffle a Xyz monster our opponent controls back into the deck. Hexil, you going first, you can special summon Hexil in the extra master zone, and when your opponent special summons a master or has a master in their field, you can tribute this card and their card. Well, you can tribute this card to return to the hand their monster. If it's an extra deck monster, it will be shuffled back. And when Hixil is tributed, you can add to your hand one of your dragon monsters. And lastly, we play Bident and Transcendent Dragon, one of each. I find that you only need one most of the time. So we also have in the side deck one more of each in case you see that your opponent is a difficult one and you need a second of these. Also in the side deck we have some extra hand traps in case your opponent plays them to use with the crossout designator, or in case any of the other hand traps we already have in do not affect your opponent going into the second duel, you can change them in. We play Indeed Crow, Ghost Mourner, Ghost Bell, Ghost Reaper, Skullmeister, Lancea, Shifter, Lightning Storm, Cosmic Cyclone, and Storming Mirror Force, Dimensional Barrier, Way Breach, Evenly Matched, and of course the 2 extra deck monsters. This is gonna be it. Check back for more.